Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the September 15th Public Facilities Committee meeting. We are going to call this meeting to order. So the first item of business is to approve our minutes from August 18th. If I could have an approval.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes of the August meeting.
Thank you.
Second?
All right, thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed and carried. Great. We are opening the privilege of the floor for anybody to talk to the Public Facilities Committee about anything on their mind. Not seeing or hearing anyone to address the committee, we are closing the privilege of the floor. So we're going to get right into our somewhat short agenda for this evening. The first proposed resolution is the confirming of a reappointment for the South and Center Chautauqua Lake Sewer District Board. It is my understanding that no one here is here to speak to that. And however, excuse me, that committee has recommended William Ortman, and so we are going to ask for an approval for that, or questions, comments. If not hearing any questions or comments, I recommend that we pass. All in favor of that reappointment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed and carried. Great, thank you very much. All right. Item number 2 of our on our agenda is the proposed resolution, South and Center Chautauqua Lake Sewer Districts Review of Wastewater Treatment Plant Capacity Study Grant Authorization and Appropriation of a Local Match. That's a mouthful. Hi, Tom.
Good afternoon. Thomas Walsh, Director of the South and Center Chautauqua Lake Sewer District. This planning grant to study the capacity. So in 1980, when the plant went online, the state DEC is who regulates the wastewater treatment. They permitted the plant at 4.1 million gallons a day. We have since done some mechanical upgrades to the plant to the point where we went from surface aeration to a diffused aeration, so it's basically aerating from the bottom up versus the top down. By doing this, it was a $2 million project that increases the nutrient loading treatment by 25%. By doing that, it really created a lot of options for us to bring in more flow and industry, so it was a state-of-the-art type situation. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 going around the lake, that's approximately 90 million gallons annually that we will be treating at the wastewater treatment plant. That breaks about 250,000 gallons a day. We're also looking at bringing in a few homes in West Ellicott near Strunk Road, Maple Grove School, and there is an option to possibly bring in North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District. But before we can do anything and apply to the state, we really need to have a capacity study done at the plant, so when we apply, we can prove to the state that we can handle that flow. So this planning grant is a $50,000 grant from the state and a 20% match from the sewer districts.
Okay, great. Questions, comments for Tom on?
Yeah, I'd say that quick. It says estimated cost is 50,000. Is that ballpark, or do you know for?
So it was an estimate from an engineer. That's
Okay.
what the cost would be with a 20% match on our end. So we will put out an RFQ for qualifications. We will then do the interviews, all is what we have to do to appease the EFC, and then we will follow that. So it's a ballpark figure of what it would cost.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Other questions, comments? So the RFQ, that is going to determine who will actually end up doing the study, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right. That might be in here. Are you under a hard timeline to get that done by at all, or no?
We're moving, quite honestly. I mean, the
Yeah.
RFQ, we're ready to send it out.
Okay.
So following the legislative board meeting, once it's approved by the legislators that we have the permission to go ahead, that will be advertised and we will move on this.
Okay, okay, very good. Thank you for that. Any other questions, comments? All those in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed and carried. Great, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Tom. All right, Our next item on the agenda is a proposed resolution to authorize lease with the Federal Aviation Administration for antenna and equipment space within the terminal building at Chautauqua County Jamestown Airport. Who's writing these titles, by the way? But nonetheless, good afternoon.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. John McNamara, Airport Manager. So this is a lease at the Jamestown Airport for office space, office space including antenna and communications equipment. That's relatively small space with our FAA friends. 10-year term for $5,000 annually.
All right. Questions, comments?
10 years? That seems like a long lease agreement, but without any increase.
Yeah, so
Just
my
out.
understanding, and I don't have specific facts to support this, but, you know, we're in partnership with the FAA for the airport. The FAA funds 95% of the airport. I don't think I would think it would be somewhat common practice to work together on lease rates, things like that. So I understand where you're coming from, makes sense. However, in partnership with the FAA, trying to work together with them, reasonable numbers, that's the approach that was taken on this.
All right.
Does this list or does this lease currently exist as of now? Are we
Yes,
just renewing it?
yes.
Okay.
Do you happen to know what their rate is now? Well, are they completing a 10-year term, do you know?
Yes,
And at what rate?
it's the same rate.
Same rate, okay,
Yes.
okay. So they're completing a 10-year. So they've been with us, decades then.
Yeah.
So, this isn't really germane to this item, but is the FAA, do they hold an office in most airports that you're aware of?
Yeah, I mean, the purpose of this is for navigation equipment.
Sure.
Communications equipment.
Sure.
So there's obviously at the airport as well as the airspace surrounding.
Yeah,
So even like, you know, may be miles away, but it's necessary for communication. So yes, that would be common.
okay, interesting.
And we need those services in order to operate.
Sure, yep,
Mhm.
yep. Understood, okay. Yeah, that one was just for my own curiosity. I didn't know that was if they'd be in most offices or most airports or not. Other questions, comments, committee regarding the proposed resolution? Seeing or hearing none, all those in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. Great.
Thank you.
John, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. All right, next on our agenda is the amending of the 2025 budget for CARTS to reflect 5311 grant award, 5311 grant award. Michelle?
Hi, I'm Michelle Westfall from CHQ Transit. I'm the Senior Project Coordinator. We need to amend our capital budget for 2025 to include a vehicle purchase for our administration vehicle for $37,000. It's from our 5311 grant. It's 80% federally funded, 10% state funded, and 10% local dollars. And then for other equipment is for cameras for our buses. It's a $200,000 grant. $160,000 will be federally funded, $20,000 state funded, and $20,000 would be a local share. And that's also 80-10-10.
Okay, taking us to the 23,700, 3,700 for the support vehicle.
Yes,
What, and thank you for being here. Tell me again what the support vehicle is?
It's our administration vehicle. It's, our 19A examiner uses it. He
Okay.
does it to do follow-alongs behind the drivers to make sure that they're
Okay.
doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Is it a car, is it a van, is it a,
Right now we have a van, but we're
Okay.
looking at a small SUV,
gotcha, okay,
four-wheel drive.
sure. Yeah,
Actually, whatever we
idea.
can get for the 37,000.
sure, okay, okay, gotcha. And then tell me about the cameras again, I think we talked about that previously.
When we accepted the grant, yes, we're going to try to get them definitely for inside the buses and for outside the buses, in case anything happens, in case there's an accident, or in case anybody claims anything happened on the bus. That way we have video footage to protect the driver and to protect the county against lawsuits.
So, I'm sorry to dominate the questions here, but, so the cameras, is it one camera per vehicle that we're ideally looking to do? And which way is it looking, or a couple cameras, one
It'll be-
inside and one
The quote that we have is several cameras. I can show you.
per vehicle?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it's actually, it's kind of, it's actually interesting what they can see. If, with the quote that we have to do an RFP, but, pretty much, I don't know.
Oh, stay there, I'll,
Sure,
Okay,
and there's more in the back.
thank you for that. That's exactly what I was wondering about. When I saw that come back up, it's
Yep.
like, I should have asked her that the first time around months ago, but, so it is protection, verification of everything inside and then outside as
Yep.
well, so, okay.
Does it have sound?
I believe so.
It's crazy how things are getting. Go
Are
ahead.
are the cameras mandated? I mean, I think they're a great idea. I just wondered if it's something that we,
They are
Right.
not
They are not.
mandated, but highly recommended.
right, okay.
Yeah, understand that. Other questions or comments? Or Michelle?
Oh, I just think this is a great idea.
Yeah, we actually got accused last year of hitting a car, and we were able to prove it with a camera off of another building that it wasn't us. But had we had this, we wouldn't have had to
Yeah.
spend 8 hours trying to find a camera off of another building that it
Yeah.
wasn't us.
Yeah, okay. All right, very good. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for all those answers. Any other questions, comments? All right, all those in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
All right.
And opposed? Carried. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank
Michelle.
you.
All right. Tried to put you on a hot seat here, but you dodged everything we had, so. All right, thank you for that. Last item that we have on the agenda, adjust the capital improvement accounts. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Drew Rogers, Deputy Director, Public Facilities, Engineering. The DPF budgets for the capital road projects every year, and it includes funding received from New York State for the CHIPS, Pave New York, and Pave Our Potholes program. The amounts that we budget at budget time are based on the known amounts, which is the previous year. And so when we get the actual values, we come in with a resolution like this to adjust the values to the current allotments. And this year, the amount budgeted for CHIPS was a little over $5 million. And the amount available this year is about $6.7 million, which includes approximately a $1.2 million cumulative rollover from previous years. So the CHIPS funding itself increased approximately $390,000. The amount budgeted for Pave New York was just under $1.3 million. The amount available this year is slightly less than that. It decreased about $10,000. And the amount budgeted for the Pave Our Potholes program was budgeted at approximately $860,000. And again, there was a slight decrease there of about just under $7,000 to $852,000. Also, for the budget We do not budget for the extreme weather recovery program. It's been pretty steady, but it's not a guaranteed program. But we did receive funding for that again. So this resolution adds that additional funding of approximately $842,000. So with this, we added some additional project to this year's program. And if we do have any additional carryover, we do have some larger projects on the horizon that we know we're gonna need funding for.
Okay, very good. And, is that your initial?
That's it.
Okay, very good, appreciate that. Can you, I think I have a decent handle on this, but, with my time as, Town of Clymer's supervisor, because we had these buckets, I don't think we had the pop, we didn't have I don't know if that's new or not. Can you just, of CHIPS, Pave New York, Pave Our Potholes, and the EWR, the emergency, give a quick synopsis, one sentence, two sentences each, of what, how they look different when funds come into, what we do with them?
They're
CHIPS-
essentially the same.
Okay,
Pave Our Potholes is a misleading title. It's still similar to CHIPS, where it's for paving, it's for, mill and pave, or, chip seal, oil and stone. Actually, I don't think oil and stone is part of that one. But, they're all very similar in that it's for those specific types of projects. CHIPS is a little bit more broad because you can do a little bit more maintenance type things. However, it still has that 10-year life expectancy when you do use that.
Is the Pave New York, it was my understanding, and this might be not correct, the goal of the Pave New York program was to take dirt roads, turn those into paved roads, or can Pave New York be used to overlay existing paved roads? Do you know that? I don't know
It can
that.
be used for.
I'm not trying to quiz you here, I'm just
No.
trying to educate myself.
It can be used for the overlay.
It can,
It's-
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yep.
all right. So that just must have been our township with what we did, since we still had a lot of dirt roads left,
It
so.
could have. yeah,
Okay,
it could have been.
gotcha, okay, all right, very good. Thank you for that, Drew, I appreciate that. I guess I'm a quizzical nature today. Other questions or comments from the committee for Drew?
Just a quick question. Can CHIPS money be used for road salt?
No.
No. Is there a different program that can come out of, or?
Not
The
that
CHIPS
I'm
program
aware
is
of.
great.
These programs here are pretty geared towards capital projects.
Right.
We don't receive any other funding for maintenance type activities, at least currently.
I was just wondering. Thanks.
Okay, very good, appreciate that, Tom. Anything else from the committee at all? All right, hearing none, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed and carried. Great. Drew, thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. And that takes us to the end of our agenda. Does anybody have anything else to say, to speak on, or other? Hearing and seeing none. Well, we weren't going for a record, but I don't think we had one, but hearing and seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn the public facilities meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Dalton. Is there a second? Thank you, Marcus. We are, don't need to vote on that, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
It's too bad you couldn't use some of that.
Yeah, it's funds.
Yeah, I was wondering.